projectile motion, it is an example of two-dimensional motion. If body is thrown along upward direction in such a way, it makes an angle from the horizontal where this angle is not equal to 90 degree. Remember it, angle of projection should not equal to 90 degree. Then body move in vertical plane and fall on the same plane of projection. Then such type of motion of the body is called projectile motion. Correct now? And the path along which it is moving, that is called trajectory, and trajectory of projectile is parabolic. So we will prove it. So suppose here we have a projectile which makes an angle theta from the horizontal and thrown with the velocity u, and if we resolve it along two vertical components, its horizontal component become u cos theta and vertical component become u sin theta. So as body move along upward direction, so what happened, its vertical component u sin theta decreases, and at the tip of the trajectory vertical component of velocity becomes 0, but horizontal component, remember, is very important point regarding the projectile motion. Horizontal component of the velocity, that is u cos theta, that will remain same throughout the journey. Why it is? Because there is no any influence of force of gravity on horizontal component of velocity, while on vertical component it create an opposing force, so its velocity decreases and finally at the peak point vertical component of velocity become 0. Clear? So let's see what is the nature of trajectory. So trajectory of projectile. Consider horizontal motion. Distance covered by projectile after time t. Distance is equal to velocity into time, or speed into time you can say. So this is the horizontal range, speed u cos theta, and suppose time of flight is t. So velocity become ux into 2, or you can say x is equal to u cos theta into t. So t is equal to x upon u cos theta. This is the time of flight up to which body remains in projectile motion. Now consider vertical motion. So since projectile is thrown along upward direction, so retardation will take place. Use second equation of motion. Y is equal to ut minus half gt square. Instead of u, write down u by, it is the vertical component, means upward component of velocity, u by t minus half gt square. Instead of u by, write down u sin theta t minus half gt square. Put the value of t, and t is equal to, it is x upon u cos theta. So instead of t, write down x upon u cos theta. So this u and u get cancelled. So it become x sin theta by cos theta tan theta minus half g x square upon u square cos square theta. Here theta angle of projection known, g acceleration due to gravity is constant known, u velocity by which body is thrown, which is also known. It means this complete quantity means half g upon u square cos square theta, it is known quantity, or you can say constant quantity, and let's suppose it is b, and here if theta is known, so tan theta is known. Suppose tan theta is a, so this equation become y is equal to ax minus bx square. Correct na? A is equal to tan theta and b is equal to this. So ax minus bx square, it is an equation of whose? It is an equation of hyperbola. So trajectory of projectile, sorry, parabola, correct it? Equation of parabola. So it is the equation of parabola. So trajectory of projectile is parabolic nature. It is an equation of parabola. Thus the nature of trajectory of the projectile is parabolic. Correct? Similarly, time of flight. Time of flight means the time up to which projectile remains in vertical plane or remains in motion, that is called time of flight. So suppose when body thrown from O and finally it reached at point P and time taken is t. So what is the displacement of body after time t along y-axis? 0, because finally body is at P. So displacement along y-axis is 0. Use second equation of motion. Y is equal to, as you know, s is equal to ut minus half gt square. So s is the vertical distance. So instead of s, write down y. Instead of u, it is u sin theta, as you know, it is discussed previously. So u sin theta t minus half gt square. Just simplify it. So you will get t is equal to 2u sin theta by 0. So time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Time of ascent means time taken by projectile to reach up to the peak point of trajectory. That is called time of ascent. So time of ascent is equal to time of descent. So time of half projectile become u sin theta by g. Half of this u sin theta by z. Clear? Then horizontal range. Horizontal range means the distance traveled along the horizontal direction in given time of flight. तो हॉरिजॉन्टल रेंज या डिस्टेंस इज इक्वल टू हॉरिजॉन्टल वेलोसिटी इनटू टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट, यानी r इज इक्वल टू u cos थीटा इनटू t. पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट हियर 2u sin थीटा, it become 2u square sin theta cos theta, and as you know sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta. Use trigonometry here. So 2 sin theta cos theta become sin 2 theta. So range become, horizontal range become u square sin 2 theta by z. Clear? So this is expression for horizontal range. For maximum horizontal range, sin 2 theta should be maximum, and value of sin theta, as you know, it is plus 1. So sin 2 theta should be plus 1. So 2 theta is equal to sin inverse plus 1, and it is the value of 90 degree. So theta become 45 degree. It means if the angle of projection is 45 degree, then maximum horizontal range will be covered by projectile. Clear? Next, height of projectile, or it is also called vertical range. It is also called vertical range. Vertical range. So use third equation of motion. As you know, v square is equal to u square minus 2gh, and as peak point or maximum height v is equal to 0, and but vertical component of initial velocity u sin theta. So instead of you write down u sin theta square minus 2gh. So 2gh become u square sin square theta. So h is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. This is the max height then attained by the projectile. So when height become maximum, see here, for maximum height sin theta should be maximum, and the maximum value of sin theta is 1. So sin square theta is also 1, and if become 1, so h is equal to u square upon 2g. So maximum height is equal to u square upon 2g. Clear? This is the maximum height. There are two angle of projection for which the horizontal range is equal. Suppose if body is thrown with the angle of projection theta, then horizontal range is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. As you know, it is discussed earlier. Suppose if the angle of projection is 90 minus theta, so instead of here theta, write down 90 minus theta. So u square sin 2, instead of theta write down 90 minus theta, it become u square sin 180 minus 2 theta upon g. And as you know, sin 180 minus theta sin theta. So sin 180 minus 2 theta sin 2 theta. So r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. See, it remains same. It means either body is projected with angle theta or 90 minus theta from the horizontal, then horizontal range will remains same. It means either angle of projection is 60 degree or 90 minus 60 means 30 degree. In both the case, angle of horizontal range that will remains same. So it's about your projectile motion. So learn it properly. Thank you.